For the first time in its 8-year history, the Ag Innovation Showcase featured a series highlighting the voice of the farmer, giving a critical platform to the people on the front line of feeding the world, and the challenges they need innovative help to overcome.
So rather than a typical keynote, we have an expert luminary giving a talk. We have a panel of farmers saying, here's my life, here's my reality, here are some pain points, here are things that I'd like to see so that we can pass this farm on to my children and grandchildren and continue this legacy and be good stewards of the farm.
So we farm in northwest Missouri and grow corn and soybeans with an extended family. My dad is still at 81 and still active in the business. 2 brothers, 3 nephews, and 2 son-in-laws all involved. And then my wife and our immediate family have a greenhouse business, about 100,000 square feet of greenhouse space where we grow bedding plants. So that's our business. Our challenge this year has been excess moisture. We lost a little bit of crops to flooding. We've had so much rain, our weed control hasn't been as good as we would have liked. But overall, I think we'll have a good crop. Prices here in the U.S. are lower than we'd like, but we'll live to fight and farm another day.
Some folks who are not in the ag business have these assumptions that farmers are out there and they're uninformed and but in fact, farmers are brilliant business people. They understand their land. There's a sense of stewardship of the farm.
One of the things that happens when people criticize agriculture is they often think of farmers not having agency, of being forced into the way we farm by large companies or government programs or the market. But each day we face a series of decisions on how we're going to spend the day, how we're going to tend our crops that day. Farmers are well educated, we're experienced. We have the ability to make moral judgments.
They're going to make decisions that help them maximize their businesses, but those maximizations also mean using less fresh water because that's expensive, using less fertilizer because fertilizer is very expensive, getting more yield.
We, of course, use genetically modified seed both on our corn and soybeans. Where we farm in northwest Missouri, we have steep slopes, it's rolling hills, and so we're using totally no-till farming. That's only possible with genetically modified seeds because of the weed control system we're able to use. We use herbicides and they selectively kill undesirable plants, weeds, and leave the crop unharmed. People need to understand that there is no way to farm without controlling weeds. Any way we control weeds uses resources, and so what we try to do is control them in the most efficient means possible.
You know, farming is a difficult business and it's a changing environment. You have now temperature swings and either go through periods of drought or severe flooding. You're exposed to the elements. Farmers look to mitigate risk at all costs. That's their number one thing, is shedding risk. And the way you can shed risk is through technology coming through the pipeline to create sensors or more efficient ways to sow your seeds and care for those seeds. Seeds that can withstand these dramatic changes in temperature and other climatic conditions. Plants that can stay ahead of pathogens that are changing all the time. It's a very difficult business. It takes a select few to do it, but those who do it are passionate. It's more than just work. It's a livelihood. It's a way of life for their families.
It's not just the public that needs to hear the voice of the farmer. Sometimes the innovators who are supposed to be supporting them could do with a hearing aid. Find out why in our next video. And please subscribe to discover other innovations disrupting our new economy.